guys, in today's video I am going to be reviewing some bronze gameplay from one of our members of the community, Mel, Watermelon, Melgwin, whichever you guys know her as. She has been in bronze for the last little while now, and it is my hope that we can get her out. Take into account though, I am only a plat peak player. Try saying that 3 times fast. I tried to and I messed it up. So take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm not a top tier player. However, hopefully having been in bronze and having climbed up myself, I can give her a couple tips to help her get out of bronze rank. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and click the bell to be notified for when I go live. I go live on my Twitch at 11 a.m. Eastern time, Monday to Friday, streaming Overwatch, and here on my YouTube at 4 p.m. Eastern time, streaming variety games. But without further ado, let's just hop right into the gameplay review. So overall, your team composition isn't really too bad. Pretty much you're gonna want to try and play a little bit slower just because you have like an Ashe and you have a Sigma compared to the enemy team who wants to play a little bit quicker and close the gap a little bit more. They're playing more spam with the Hanzo, the Pharah. Really, the Pharah is going to be up to you and your Ashe to try and deal with. One thing that's a benefit to you though is that you guys have a Mercy pocket and she doesn't, so she's going to be forced to come back down to the ground to actually get healing from her Baptiste and Moira. In terms of like overall threats on the enemy team, that Hanzo will be a bit of a threat to you if he can hit his shots. However, because you're playing Soldier, if he doesn't hit his shots, you can easily punish him, as Soldier is a little bit more forgiving with his aim requirements. So that'll be really good, hopefully, to see you punish him there. In terms of the enemy team's ultimates, really like Grav Dragon would be a big detriment to you and your team, just because you don't really have any defensive ults. You don't have like a Transcendence or even like an Immortality field or anything that's comboed with Grav, like Grav Cole, anything like that. That's pretty much how I like to start off my coaching sessions. Without further ado, let's get right into the gameplay. Where you set up to start, I don't like you on the low ground here. Like I would like to see you on the high ground, either probably up on this high ground or where your Ashe is, like up on this high ground. You can just take the stairs behind you here to get up here. The only thing is that if you take this high ground to try and poke down it to the enemy team, you have to be careful of a Widowmaker if anyone comes up through this top window right up here. But if you wanted to still kind of hold on to some high ground, play a little bit more passive and still spam at the choke, then you could go on this high ground. But pretty much what you guys are gonna have to do, because you want to naturally play a little bit slower, you're gonna have to take like some off angles. Poking at the enemy team from the side is pretty much what I mean from off angles. So if your team is pushing down the choke this way, then you can kind of do similar things down here, especially if they come in past the choke. You can spam at them from here and use this statue as kind of like a bit of natural cover. Okay. Whoa, that was a crazy right click. Do not use your right click like that. That is not a good use of it, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone hit a Pharah out of the sky with a right click. So you guys are all like in like the same position. You guys are all spamming at the same angle, which I see this happen a lot in like bronze, silver as well. I'd like to see someone take an off angle, whether that off angle is spamming through hotel, through here to get them to turn and look at you, or kind of spamming over on this side, again mentioning the statue that I did before, spamming over there, getting them to turn, look at you, and then just using your little legs to run back to your team. Standing behind shields isn't the greatest thing. You really want to be doing damage to the enemy players versus damaging shields. Try and take some off angles here. That Pharah is so low. What are you doing? Where are you going? What is happening? What is happening? Okay, there's a lot of like indecisiveness here. I think that you were scared that you got really low health and you really didn't know what to do there, and you just kind of like stood there, and there was a moment of like some decision making where you're like, do I go get a health pack? Do I try and wait for my healers? Do I try and like, you know, see this through? You just need to make a decision quicker. Whatever it is, you need to make it quicker. So you should have probably gone for the health pack. You kind of nudged towards it there, but you didn't actually go in and get it. Just use your legs, press shift, run in, grab this, come on back to your team, and then you'll be ready to go. Even then, eventually you did get your Mercy to come in and heal you, which is great, but just kind of make those decisions quicker. That's the biggest thing I found between the difference in ranks, is the quickness in decision making. I don't really care if you make the wrong decision. Later on, you'll realize why it's the wrong decision. Just try and make these decisions a little bit quicker. So you ran away from your team is the biggest thing there, I would say. Your Mercy left you, which is unfortunate. You're probably gonna lose that team fight anyways, but no worries. Don't run away from your supports. Try to avoid those fire strikes if you can. Okay, this is good. Whew, you are a right-click bandit, girl. Holy. So you see that Hanzo up there? Yep. Okay, good pressure. Pressured him out. Awesome. So again, you're shooting behind shields. Try and find a different angle. One angle that you could take with your nice little legs, I find is pretty good for Soldier, to hang out through this left angle. You can spam at people crossing through the choke here, but you can also go in through here and spam at the people over here. And as soon as they turn to look at you and they start to do damage to you, then you just use your little legs to get out and run away like a scaredy cat that you are. Or you can put your healing station down as well. Like, because you are a soldier, you do have sustainability, which is great. Awesome. Ooh. Okay, yeah, you put your healing station down. Do you turn to this Hanzo? No. Okay, so again, you heard the Hanzo to your right, but you're seeing the really low Pharah. So you're kind of like, what do I do? I'm low health. It took you a second to put your healing station down. You put it down though, which is great. One thing that you could have done though, is that you could have ran like a little bit farther forward. Because most likely where this Hanzo is yeah, he's right by this window. You know, you had seen him up in this window where Pharah is right now. The only way that he's gonna get to your right side is by going through this little archway thing, alleyway. But what you could have done is that you could have actually like walked forward a little bit here just so you're out of his LOS, and then you could have focused more on that Pharah, forcing that Hanzo to actually close the distance on you if he wanted to take that duel still. Cool, you use your legs at a spawn, which is great. It's pretty much the only time I've seen you use your legs, actually. You're coming out on a visor, so we'll see what you do with it. Wait, where did that grab go? Wait a minute. But the enemy team is over here. You're just putting it on yourself. Did you fat finger that? Like, oh man, that's a fat ultimate, man. 6 people in it for sure. For sure, coalescence into that, drag it into that, man. Press W, go, go. It's a big grab. Oh my god. You thought about it for a split second, didn't you? You thought about that off angle. You looked to your right. You thought about moving down here. I would have loved to have seen you do that. Move over here and actually like pop your visor. That would have been fantastic. Even if you wanted to go up to this window. Again, you're thinking about the off angles, which is great, but you're just not taking them more than anything. Popping a visor here or even running around and popping your visor here too. Ooh, juicy. A big juicer, especially because they already used their immortality field, right? They don't get out of this. Like Memora might be able to get out of this if she still has her fade up, but definitely looking for like the side angle pressure is what I mean by off angles. I really want you to focus on those because right now you're just visoring from to his shield. Like you're not gonna really kill anyone. His shield's in the way. Who are you gonna kill with that? You know? So look for those opportunities when people aren't behind shields by taking those off angles. That's a good coalescence by them. You could have even waited too for your Sigma to flux, and then you could have comboed it with Visor. I know that in Bronze, people don't typically think about comboing ultimates in the way that you'd think, but looking at like your team before the fight even starts, before the game even starts, to say, okay, well, what can I combo my ultimate with for my enemy team, and waiting for them to use their ultimate, and then you pressing Q at the same time to combo with them is really good. Good shots on this area. Again, that Pharah is your responsibility though. So you're thinking about this off angle like way too late. Make the decision to take that angle a little bit quicker. And now as a result, you are so split from your team, and the only way that you get back to your team is by like dying on cart here. So yeah, let's see what you do. You're kind of on an adventure. Ooh, okay. That could have been really lucky for you. Like, no one's looking at you right now. If you had just kind of stood still, focus on hitting a few shots on that Hanzo and then right-clicking him, you might have actually solidified that kill, which would have been absolutely huge. Like you did on that Moira. Use your legs to get out. Run, run, run as fast as you can. Run, run, run. How are you still alive? You need to die. You need to get back to your team. Yeah, they've already capped. Die and get out, girl. Die and get out. This is way too long. Your team needs help. This is such an aggressive flank. Why did this Baptiste throw his immortality field on you? What? I guess so he could maybe aggress onto you, but I don't think that's what he was thinking. It's been like a solid minute since you've been away from your team. You need to just die. Okay, good. All right, now you can help your team. Great. Oh my god, you get res. Oh my god. That's such a risky res. And you guys coalesce into this. Get the Hanzo. Get him. Girl, we gotta practice your tracking. Don't worry, I'll send you some workshop codes for it. Oh, how did you guys win that? That's insane. Okay, so you guys just want a team fight. You need to set up. A couple places that you could set up right now would be like on this left angle over here and poking at the enemy team as they come through. You could be going up here as well, poking at them as they come through. But really kind of sitting on cart, not doing anything, not positioning yourself, not alt tracking. It's quite wasteful time in Overwatch when you could be doing something. So think about that next time. Got a nice damage boost as well. Where is your Ryan going? He doesn't have shatter. What is he doing? Oh no, I'm scared. You didn't need your healing station. Where's your Ryan going? Wait. Wait. The ground is up there. Now you know that you could fall off the map there. Everyone needs to learn it at some point. That's just unfortunate. Whoa. Girl, you need to wait for the rest of your team before you take this, before you do this. There are 6 people staring at you right now. You are a lone soldier out here. Abort mission, abort mission. What are you gonna get through this? You're gonna, again, 1, shoot at shields with your visor. 2, you're a 200 HP squishy target. Do not do this. I would much rather see you wait for your teammates and your tanks to go push that angle because you have so much time before the card even gets to the end of the map, right? And I'd love to see you kind of just running over here, waiting for that moment when the attention is on your tanks and away from you, and then popping your ultimate like here and creating that pressure on their backline would be absolutely massive. But instead we've decided to take this 1v6 with visor to a shield. This isn't gonna turn out well. I'm so scared for you. Somehow you get the Pharah though. Yeah, you die for it. Luckily, you traded for the Pharah, which is great, like value, because you have quicker spawn, but still. Let's go. What a headshot. So yeah, you know that this area is contested. You could see it while you were dying before. You could see that the Hanzo was up there. Probably much more value for you to come out the right side. Like, it'll be harder for him to hit his shots. You could even set yourself up where you can LOS that a little bit, either in through here, or again, take that soldier angle I had mentioned to you before would be really good. I don't think you can LOS him through here. You might be able to LOS him through here, but at the very least, you don't get headshot. But the Bastion play. Ooh, the bronze Bastion play. Ooh, I was so excited for a second. The Junkrat. Okay, awesome. Nice Bob pick. This is a comfort pick for you, I know, which is great. Okay, so basically what I've seen so far is that I want you to take more off angles. Like, you spend way too much time shooting at shields, which a hero like Junkrat is pretty good for, but is also really, really good at taking off angles and really like abusing their backline. And I'd like to see you do that more. While it's okay for you to poke at shields every once in a while, it shouldn't be your main thing. I want to see you take off angles. And what I kind of mean by off angles, let me show you a specific spot. Okay, so off angles, what I mean, since you were on defense here, eventually the payload's gonna have to go in through here, right? So pretty much what happens is that Reinhardts mainly, or just tanks in general, will try to take the fight and spam at each other. An off angle is anything that applies like a side pressure to the enemy team. So anything, if you're standing right here and you're applying side pressure, if you're standing like over here and applying that side pressure, that's considered an off angle. And it's a relatively safe off angle because it's only 90 degrees from your team. Math there for you guys, you're welcome. So it's pretty easy for you to give back to your team in a relatively safe way. So these are considered off angles. Anything behind here is considered a flank. So heroes like Tracer are pretty good for flanks, but these are the angles that I want you to consider taking more. There's a lot of spots on the map that allow you to do that on just a ton of maps, and I want you to look for them. I want you to also consider too that in Overwatch, there's a lot of different lanes too. So when you look at some of the maps, you have the main kind of lane here that the payload goes down. You have the right side lane here as well, and then you have the left side lane. So consider controlling some of these lanes, and if you take one of these lanes, you can guaranteed find a place where you can apply some of that off angle pressure by just controlling some of these lanes. So look for those in a lot of the maps. It will help a ton, and good luck in your climbing journey. Let me know if you need any more help. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Much love. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.